Now, the key to winning this matchup is going to be who is doing better off stage, and both these players are extremely aware that they both have exploitable recoveries, as well as Incineroar with a lead is a good character, as every character in the game is good with a lead, but Incineroar without a lead is absolutely garbage. So Skyjay wants to do everything he can to steal this first stock from Spargo, and Spargo is very aware of this, and you can tell that he's aware that Skyjay wants to go for this edge guard, because he does this little jump here, and instead of drifting in like most people would, he just jumps straight up, drifts a little bit back, and Skyjay misses this nair, because that if he jumped in, the nair clips him and he's 100% dead, but now he is above Skyjay, and he gets this really clean reversal. I just love the awareness from Spargo. I feel like a lot of people, they're off stage, especially with a recovery like Cloud, they just want to get back as fast as they can, but now Spargo has this lead, and though it doesn't stay for very long, because Skyjay is still a little bit crazy, I just really love the awareness from Spargo to be aware, okay, I need to jump back here, I need to stay calm, because he is going to go for something, because that's how he turns the game in his favor. Really quickly though, I do want to show some stats. This is Spargo and Skyjay's kill percentage, and this is the first set, this is the second set. And as you can see in the first set, Spargo is actually getting the stocks much earlier, though Skyjay did still end up winning the set. All sets, by the way, were 3-1 for Skyjay. So Skyjay isn't getting the kills as early, still manages to close it out. Then in set 2, Skyjay is getting the kills much earlier. He has a couple very low games, this 20%. Well, we will, of course, highlight that when it comes up, but he's getting the kills way earlier. And through set 1, we had 3 punishes on revenge and 7 revenge hits. Now, this could be a little wrong. It's probably off by like 1 or 2, but the general idea of it is in set 1, Skyjay was getting a lot of revenges and he wasn't getting punished for it. And that's going to explain a little bit why his kill percent is so high, because he's able to rack up the damage so easily, not getting punished as much. In set 2, he had 1 more revenge, but he also got punished way more, something to consider. And then finally, Spargo did SD 3 times in the set. Of course, not to take away from Skyjay, but it is definitely something to consider, as well as 2 of the SDs, though. They were suicide SDs where both the players did die, because he did 2 with up B, and then one of them he just fast fell a down air, and the down air just killed them both. So something to consider. Those are all the little stats that I want to take a look at. But now let's look at this gameplay, and my lord, is it juicy. I also want to talk about this setup here from Skyjay, because it is really well done for him, though there is counterplay to it, and the counterplay is going to be jump here. You have to jump here because this is not a true combo. You can get away from this, the percent is too high, and Skyjay has too much rage. Skyjay recognizes that, he runs towards the stage, right? He runs here, now he has center stage, now Spargo is on the ledge towards him, so he can actually kill him off the side instead of setting him all the way across where it wouldn't really kill, and then he sets up, gets this really nice back air. Just really good positioning from Skyjay, being aware that he can't get the true punish, so he wants that stage control so he can actually kill the side. Just really smart from him. I also love Skyjay's risk and reward in this set, because the way that he plays this game may seem very risky, and a lot of the stuff he is going for are hard reads that are pretty risky, but the way that he positions himself, he has such a high chance for success that it's just so sick to watch. So see him go for this forward A here just in case Spargo goes for a full drift in. He doesn't. Now they're in the same spot. Skyjay double jumps. Now he's above Spargo. If Spargo double jumped with him and Skyjay just did an air, he would be dead. You react to the double jump. Now this is a really tough spot for Skyjay, because, okay, if he goes for any aerial here, he will not be able to recover, and Spargo knows that as well. What Skyjay does is he fast falls and he footstools, because Spargo has to come back to stage. If Spargo just jumps straight up, he's not really going to be able to recover it, and Skyjay just tracks him so well, gets the footstool. If he misses that footstool, he is dead, but he knows his positioning is correct. Spargo is played right into his hand because where he put himself prior. Really well done from Skyjay. Just amazing awareness out of him. I also just want to show how quickly Skyjay can get back into a game just because of how revenge works with Incineroar. He gets 1 whiff punish, and then he gets 60%. Then he gets a down tilt into nair, a true combo, that is 30%. Immediately, so quick from Skyjay, really good for him getting that whiff punish and that nice little ledge trap. And then this offstage interaction as well, it's just crazy how close Spargo was here. This nair barely missed. Look at that. It is so close to hitting. Look at this. This is ridiculous. If this is like done 3 or so flames like earlier or later, this is 100% a kill for Spargo, and he probably wins the game here. But it is not. Skyjay gets that nice skip. We see a lot of reversals from Skyjay this set, so keep an eye on that. And we see them from Spargo as well, because they are going off stage. You are putting yourself in a risk, though I do think it is a good risk reward, because again, it is so crucial to have a lead in this set, and the best way to get an early lead is to gimp them off stage. I also wanted to point out that I love the height that Skyjay does these side Bs, and this is of course intentional. A lot of the side Bs that he was doing at this height, maybe a little bit higher so it catches on the platform as well, but the purpose of this is because this is going to hit him on the ground even though he's in the air. It barely does it, like crouch. Look at that, he almost crouches under it, but he catches the jump right here. Very nice from that, and it just covers them when they're on the ground. It catches them if they're about to jump. If they're on the platform and he does it at the right hit, it'll catch them there. It's just so good from Skyjay. It's really just option coverage, and there's no reason not to do it, so thought I'd point it out. This little interaction here from Skyjay is also beautiful. So a lot of his edge guards, he's just been going for this runoff nair because it's very good. It covers a lot of options, and if he hits it, he does gimp. Spargo is aware of this, but he's been going for it for like probably 70% of the time. Completely made up number. The point is he's just been going for this edge guard a lot. So Spargo jumps and he back airs. Now not only is Spargo out of resources and can't grab the ledge because of this back air, but Skyjay jumps over this back air and then he side B's Spargo and kills him. That is so good from Skyjay. Just really, really smart from him, recognizing, okay, I've been doing this a lot. I'm going to mix up this time, and he gets that really nice gimp, and now he has a lead, which we already talked about is crucial for Incineroar. Then he lost it 2 seconds later, but whatever. And the final interaction that I want to take a look at is how Skyjay deals with this pressure from Spargo with the ledge, because one of the scariest things about Spargo, if not the scariest thing about him, is his ledge trapping, because one, you have Cloud back air, and Cloud back air is really scary. 2, you have Cloud F tilt. Cloud F tilt's really scary. And 3, Spargo has like -1 reactions. It is actually unreal. So you have Skyjay here. He's sitting in shield. He's like, you know what? You can grab me. That is fine. I'm not taking a back air at 148. And Spargo is going to say, okay, well, I think you're going to roll in. I think you're going to dash in. I think you want center stage. Because to be fair, I would want center stage in this situation too. But again, Skyjay gives him nothing. Stays disciplined. Stays in the shield. Spargo is like, okay, he's not going to give me anything. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go for this jump read right here. He jumps, goes for the back air. The second that Spargo double jumps, Skyjay books it towards center stage. He wants nothing to do with this. He wants center stage. He wants a chance to get back in this game. Now they reset to neutral. Skyjay gets the interaction off this. He does end up winning the game. Just really smart from Skyjay. Just super patient. Gave Spargo nothing to work with. Didn't panic at all. Stayed super calm. And that's like a big theme of this set is Spargo would panic. This is a panic option right here. He could have just went to ledge, reset it. You have limit as well, so you can use that to your advantage. Maybe limit blade beam off the ledge or something. But he goes for this jump air dodge with the speed from limit. Skyjay recognizes it that he wants center stage. He wants to get back to stage. Doesn't want to deal with the ledge trap. Kills him for it. Really, really well played by Skyjay. And this is just another of many examples where Skyjay's patience pays off for him in dividends. He gets this nice little whiff punish here on the nair, and then off stage. Spargo is scared because, of course he is. Goes for this little stall. Again, I don't mind the stall. I think it's actually pretty good. But then he goes for this air dodge because Skyjay a lot of the time has been covering this with a fast fall nair, or just a nair in general. If he does go for the nair, this air dodge probably works, but Skyjay doesn't. He just stays patient on stage. He wants to see what Spargo's going to do after that stall, and then, right into his loving arms, you have Spargo giving him this nice little air dodge, and he gets that clean down tilt into forward tilt. Again, Sky just being very patient and punishing Spargo being scared, because Spargo is scared a lot in this set, but also, you're playing against Incineroar, who can literally kill you at every single percent. Anytime Skyjay is even remotely near you, you are in extreme danger. Now let's talk about the clip, and everyone knows what I'm referring to when I say the clip. It starts off good for Spargo. He whiff punishes this side B very well, just steps right outside the range, reads that super, super hard, because Skyjay was going for this side B a lot in every single set that he played. The reason for this, of course, is because the risk reward is so heavily skewed in his favor. If he hits that, Spargo is potentially dead. Luckily for Spargo, though, he doesn't hit that, and then immediately we see Skyjay mashing up B. He wants to get back to stage really, really quick, and there is invincibility on up B in certain frames of it. I don't know the exact frame, but it is not quick enough because Spargo hits him with this forwarder. Again, if this up B hit Spargo, Spargo was just dead here. It does not, luckily for him. Unluckily for him, though, Skyjay is a genius, does this immediate side B so quick for him, gimps Spargo at 50%. Now he has a massive lead, and just to add icing on top, he immediately gets revenge after, so now he has an even bigger lead. Now he can run away super easily. Just very, very smart from Skyjay. Also, I wanted to point out how Spargo dealt with this recovery, because I think this is really smart from him. Spargo, again, he still has a lot of things about this set that he did very well. I love that stall there from side B. Love that stall, because now Skyjay, he was probably going to go for a footstool or a nair, but now it's kind of mixed up his timing, so he just jumps and he's like, do you know what? I'm going to go for this reverse side B. It worked earlier on. It's a good play. Spargo, he knows that reverse side B happens, so what does he do? He reverses the up B. If he does not reverse his up B, he dies here 100% because, same thing that we just saw happen. Skyjay hits him with the side B, the weak hit. He can't recover because he doesn't have any resources. Just a really smart side B from Spargo, or up B from Spargo, even though it doesn't really matter and he loses right away from an SD. Just thought I would point it out because, again, they are still thinking in this set. Both these guys are shooting at 100%. They're so quick, the reactions off stage, because you need these quick reactions off stage in order to win. And really quickly, I just want to look at this edge guard from Skyjay because it is just clean. I also like this adaptation of the jump here before he goes for the air, because Spargo has reversed them a couple times when he's going here. He'll swing the hitbox like he did here with the side B. Now he has this little stall, and Spargo, he just goes too low, right? He is scared of Skyjay because, again, I would be too, because he'd get footstooled, he can get nared if he jumps. The second he loses his jump, he's dead. And Skyjay's like, okay, and he just follows him down, clips the jump anyway, gets back nice and clean. Just a really clean edge guard for him again. Now, there are two ways that Skyjay got off the ledge of this game. One way was like we talked about earlier, where he was super patient, he'd wait for Spargo to commit to an option, and then he'd run in. And the second way was where he'd say, oh, excuse me, coming through with a dash attack. He done this a lot in the set and had a great amount of success. Speaking of great amounts of success, though, the set winner for Spargo, or rather for Skyjay, was 100% Spargo just giving him the rules. Even though the edge guarding was very important, and this one specifically, he caught so many rolls from Spargo because Spargo wants center stage. And again, I don't blame him. You want center stage when you are at 124 against incineroar. Skyjay recognized this. He goes for that really clean side B. We already talked about how important that positioning is, catches the jump as well. Then he hits it in the slow-mo, gets that nice little kill right there. Just again, Skyjay calling out on Spargo's roll habits very, very well. I also want to show how important it is for Spargo to get the first stock in this set, because this is the only game in set 2 where he actually manages to get the first stock. It's also the only game that he manages to win because of this scenario right here. So, if Spargo is down here, he's going to have to continue to apply this pressure because this may be the only opportunity that he gets to get the kill for a very long time, and you want to capitalize off that, and then you can get reversal, you can get grabbed, you can get side B, you can just get nared in general. Really, really scary, but instead, he just gets to keep stage control. He gets to put his back to Skyjay with this massive, massive back air right here. Skyjay has to get back to center stage, do something. He commits with the upper. Spargo punishes it with the back air. Just thought I'd point that out. It's really, really hard for Skyjay to get back in the game, and Spargo recognizes that. He's not doing anything stupid. He's not overcommitting. Also, again, want to show the gall on Skyjay. Spargo right here, he's waiting for an air dodge because if he gets that air dodge read, he just kills Skyjay with the back air. Skyjay doesn't care. Not scared at all. Hits him with a nair, gets the reversal. Just thought I'd point out again, Skyjay is fearless, but Spargo plays with the lead here very, very well. And here we have the reversal that ends up winning Skyjay the set in stock 1 at 139. He gets this tech into the reverse snare. He goes off stage, but then he jumps back immediately. Why is this? Well, Spargo has been stalling a lot with the side B. Good recognition from Skyjay. And now that he's done this, Spargo is in a very tricky situation because right here, Cloud only has a jump. Skyjay has full resources. Spargo jumps back like he has been doing a lot in the set because if he jumps forward, Skyjay just nares him here, but he is too low and he's too far back and he just simply can't make it back to stage and dies. Ideally here, Spargo goes for the suicide uppy, but even then, he's dying at 37, Skyjay's dying at 144. It is 100% a win here for Skyjay. I think the only situation where Spargo potentially lives is if he does this, like obviously if he does do the side B, he can live, but after the side B, if he jumps towards Skyjay and immediately uppies him, but even then, he probably doesn't have enough time to drift back to stage for Skyjay to just jump and then nair him, so it's a really tricky spot for Spargo. Skyjay's positioning, just putting the fear into Spargo, making him jump back, ends up getting him this really early stock, which inevitably leads him to winning the set. Now, we are going to be wrapping up the video right here, and a couple things that I didn't really touch on because there wasn't any super specific clips that I could find that I think were really important in this set, is when Skyjay was using Revenge, specifically, he wasn't mashing it in disadvantage. I think that's really important. The other thing was Skyjay just getting a lot of rolls for Spargo. We mentioned it, but it ends the set right here. His roll game was crucial. Spargo really wanted center stage, and Skyjay recognized that, and that's probably one of the things that led him to set. Edge guarding was also very important, and though we didn't highlight Spargo a ton in this video, he still played certain interactions very well. The way he played her on side B, especially towards the end, was getting a lot better. His juggling game was amazing. His ledge pressure, even though Skyjay got out of it a couple times pretty aggressively, was still very good. Spargo played this set well, but Skyjay, his reads were on point. His risk-reward game was amazing. He just played out of his mind. Really, really well played by both these players, and I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If there's any sets that you want me to go over, please let me know down below. If there's any interactions or specific things that you want to know about the matchup, I'll do my best to fill you in. The sport's been absolutely unreal lately. Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.